Hi, welcome to another VITA learning video. I'm Jim McGuire, and today we're going over the Smart.Fire furnace and how to add, copy, rename, recolor a firing program. So when you've initially set up your Smart.Fire, you have various desktop screens with various materials. So I want to add an additional firing program or rename a firing program. This is a new screen that I set up earlier. When you add a new screen or a new desktop, it will automatically provide you with a default new firing program you can work with. If you want to change any of the tabs, any of the firing programs, you want to touch and activate the firing program tab, long touch, release, and it brings out a new panel. This panel is to edit your icons, your little tabs here. The first one is to rename, recolor the background, add additional information, add an additional program, copy, cut. If you activate the copy or the cut button, you will then be able to paste a new one onto your desktop. And then of course, each icon you can put in the trash. So I'm going to rename this. So I'm going to go up here, touch the top tab. It brings me up to this pop-up screen that allows me to move my finger and move the cursor anywhere I want so that I can rename it. So I'm just going to get rid of new, and so I'll use a back arrow, and now it's called firing program. If you're satisfied with the name and you have a pad with letters or numbers, you can name it. Do the tick mark or next, and now you have renamed your profile. So what if I want to recolor the background, or I want to change the icon itself? So to recolor and to change the icon by touching the color palette here, it brings me to another screen that has various colors, background colors you can use. Let's say that I want to change it to the green color. You can see here in the upper left-hand corner, it's an example of what your icon is going to look like. And let's say I like this icon the best, and you'll notice that it changed here. Once you're satisfied with the icon and the color, you do the tick mark and go to next. So now I have successfully changed the background, changed the icon, change the name, all through this panel, this editing panel for the various tabs. So what if I like a program, and what if I want to copy it? I want to add an additional program, and I want to just copy it. So by, again, activating your tab and releasing it, you bring out this panel. I'm going to go to the copy button, and now that panel automatically goes away. And now when I bring that panel back up, you'll notice here that now the activation of the paste button is available. So if I press the paste button, I have now duplicated a new firing program. So now it's called firing program 2. Again, if you want to rename this, you activate, bring out the panel. I'm going to rename it. I'm just going to call it firing program, and maybe we'll call it porcelain. So if you go porcelain, I'll abbreviate. Porcelain firing program. I'm good with that. Check mark it. I want to change the color so it's a little bit different than the first one. I'll touch the color palette. I might change the icon. I might change the background color. And now I've successfully copied this first firing program, renamed it, recolored it, and placed an icon. So let's say that I want to add an additional firing tab. Here you can see there's a plus sign next to the blue box. By touching the plus sign, it now brings up a panel that you decide on what type of firing program you need. So this first icon, it is a pre-dry program. It starts at a low temperature and just slowly rises and is steady at a high temperature. This second icon, if I touch that, it will create a program that's a traditional ceramic glazing program. This third one, if you look, it's got a double ramp, so it will heat up, stop, hold, and then it'll heat up again, stop, hold, and then cool down. So you have these three options. I'm just going to click on the traditional firing schedule. I've now created new firing program. Again, it's activated. I can rename it. And now I'm just going to call this old firing program. I'm going to tick mark it. I'm okay with the color. Maybe I'm not okay with the icon. I want a different icon. So yeah, I leave the color alone, but maybe I will change it to another, maybe associated with glazing. I'm okay with what the icon is, the color, and now I've successfully copied, I've pasted, and I've added an additional firing program. So